bit of an introduction, actually, to the thing. The idea of constructed environment is, environment we know is the natural environment. Humans do constructing. It's about the intersection of those two things. Now, even purely natural environments end up being constructed in human imagination. So it's about architecture, building, landscapes, urban environments, a whole range of things. So it's meant to be a kind of a cross-disciplinary disciplinary conference. So that's a little kind of introduction to the conference. Actually, what I'm going to do is I am going to share my screen just for a second to talk a little bit about what it is that we do. So let me just share my screen. So these are the themes of this year's conference, which is at the University of Hawaii. And again, it's exactly what I was just talking about, nature, human, how those things might be brought together, reconciled, not be permanently in conflict around this notion of a constructed environment. And it's a blended conference since COVID. So when COVID happened, we went fully online, but since then we've kept the online infrastructure, and our conferences are all blended with a mix of people who are in person and people who are online. But we try and make everything accessible to everybody by ensuring that the people who are there in person put their recordings on the site as well. Now, there are some advantages in the online conference format, and that is that discussion's open-ended. In an in-person conference, it's a bit rushed at the end. There are only one or two people that get to ask a question, and but by having this online format, the conversations can be ongoing. So I've got a little thing that I ask people always is, when you go to one of these online sessions, or even if you're at the in-person session of the conference, go to the online page and leave a comment. So the conversations are asynchronous, but when you leave a comment, it triggers an email to the other people in the conversation. So and a link to come back and keep talking about stuff. So please do that. Please, interact. Don't just view things, but kind of interact along the way. The other thing I want to mention by way of introduction is that we have the journal, an international journal, which now, after these number of years, we've published 541 articles. And as a member of the research network, you get access to all this content. And if you use this advanced search function, see a little button up there, if you use that advanced search function, there'll be almost invariably something which is just what you want to know about, because there's so much material there. And also, by the way, we have a book series. So actually, just now we launched this book, and the recording of the launch and the talk by the speaker will be online in the conference program shortly. Yes, all this material, the journals, articles, and the books are all fully accessible to you as members of the research network. And one thing we also ask you to do is use this material and cite it. One of the ways to, academics recognize each other's significance, the influence of one idea on another, is by citation. So please use the work, and for goodness sake, cite work from this body of knowledge that we've been building up. So that's a kind of little introduction to the conference and this kind of blended model of in-person, online, journal, book, all these things together. So that's a little introduction. Tamsin, what have I forgotten?
Perhaps a nice thing to do now would be we could go around and introduce ourselves, maybe.
Let's do that. So I'm Bill Cope. I work at the University of Illinois. I work in education. And Tamsin works with Common Ground as well. So she's that's introducing us. But we might go around the room, and I'm going to just ask people whether they can perhaps introduce themselves. And if you're giving a session, Tamsin will find your session and put it in the chat. So Fatima, would you like to introduce yourself?
Can you hear me?
Yes, very well, thanks.
Okay, thank you. I'm Fatima Jahan Sharda from Bangladesh. I am working as an additional district and session judge. I am an emerging scholarship awardee. I'm just to participate in this conference as an emerging scholarship scholarship awardee. And I have completed my LLB honors LLM and MPhil and MSS from the University of Dhaka. Currently, I have completed my MRes from the Macquarie University, Australia. So thank you all for giving me the opportunity to attend this conference. I hope to learn a lot of things from you people. Thank you so much.
Thank you, and thank you for putting the link in there, Tamsin, which is the paper is Women as Migration Victims, Human Rights or Environmental Rights, the case of the Rohingyas and Indigenous communities of Bangladesh. And I can see that there have been 41 engagements on that page already, which is nice. So excellent. And the next one we have is Eliane Schmidt.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, very well, thanks.
Oh, sorry. I'm just on the train, so I apologize for the additional noise. My name is Eliane Schmid, and I'm a PhD student at the University of Luxembourg in my first year. I studied history, and my PhD is on the development of public urban green spaces after World War II in the port cities of Hamburg and Marseille. And I also did a poster presentation in the format of this conference. So thank you very much for letting me join.
Wonderful. And there you go. That's the internet for you and online conferences that you can be at a conference on the train. So that's amazing. So the paper there is Creating the Urban Citizen in Hamburg and Marseille, 1945 to 73, a trans-urban history of public urban green spaces during the post-war period, which is what you just told us as well. 46 engagements already. So wonderful that first day of the conference, there's lots of interest as well. And again, everybody, never leave a page without leaving a comment. Okay, next person I have in my Zoom tiles is Ewa Reichel from Boise State. Hey, how are you?
Yes, good afternoon or good morning. Where are you located?
I'm in Illinois, so I'm not that terribly far from you. I'm closer to you than Hawaii is anyhow.
Yes, my name is Uwe Reichel. I'm a professor of public health here at Boise State University. My background is in architecture and medicine. So I'm a medical doctor. And so I've been working on a number of projects. One that I present at the conference about looking at indoor air quality issues related to cooking stoves in rural Kenya. And I'm also active in working in the design of emergency shelters in response to various natural disasters.
Okay, very, very interesting. Killer smoke in the kitchen, indoor air pollution. Take the link and you'll see the paper. 94 engagements. So wonderful. That's great to have you here.
I actually wanted to come to Hawaii, but because of conflict in various schedules, I am not able to make it in person.
Well, next year we'll be in Vienna, so maybe you can join us there.
Oh, absolutely. I have a project in Zagreb, Croatia, so I might be able to connect there.
That's not too far away.
That's just down the road from Vienna. Okay, so and Margaret, welcome back. There was a great conversation in the previous session, the book launch, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was really fun. I just want to get to see people and understand what frames of reference are in the room. So the reason why I'm here just in Hawaii as a graduate student at this part of my life is because I spent my whole career on the doing research, policy, and massive implementation of community initiatives using science, evidence-based practice, and practice-based evidence. I've been in the middle of different sorts of people with different frames of reference about what is real with regards to social relations, public mental health in particular, which also includes the physical world, includes housing, includes transportation, includes food, So I'm at the interface of structured, rigorous, systemic thinking and thinking from below, thinking from experiencing, not thinking. And so in graduate school, I've had a chance to understand the struggle over centuries between people that experience life as a flow and people that experience and understand life as hierarchies and structures. And that's present in every culture, it seems. And in this culture, the structure comes from science, and we're struggling with how to reimagine the flow. And the reason why I'm in sociology right now is because climate change offers the complex interdependence, chaotic dynamics that our Western scientific human mind and practices cannot manage. We can't manage it because it's too chaotic. The field is too complex. And so I've been studying how we understand complexity. I've understand that there's different ways to understand complexity. There's more relational ways, there's more linear ways. And the question really is for us to know that and to figure out what our assumptions are about the nature of interdependence, the nature of unpredictability, and the nature of our attempts to try and overlay or engage it. And so that's my piece. Do we overlay structures onto complexity? And there's a whole bunch of people who explain why that isn't going to work, including Dave Snowden and the Cynefin framework. And then there's a bunch of people who have emerged, when more contemporary people, younger people, who say, no, we need to engage the complexity. So that's what I'll be maybe talking about in my presentation. But it's more, I want to hear how people think about design, because design assumes that we are overlaying and engaging, and there's a whole frame there. So it's something like that. Thanks. I'm figuring it out.
No, that's really important. And again, absolutely in the spirit of interdisciplinarity, crossing, these big picture ideas which cross a whole lot of domains and deal with. Somebody in the previous session used the phrase "wicked problems," with these fundamental challenges that we face at the moment. So
you'll say that wicked problems, that word is present in all fields in the modern language.
Right.
Look it up. It's everywhere, and so it's nice to know where it came from.
Yep. So your paper is called, and the link's there, everybody in the chat, if you'd like to take the link, it's called "On Fully Recognizing the Social Complexity of Constructed Environments, Seeking Engagement, Not Reconciliation." So that'll be, So look, what we've got ahead of us the next few days is a really great conversation. Again, at the risk of being boring and repeating myself over and over again, never leave a session without leaving some comments in the chat down below, because it's about dialogue. And what we'll be getting you to do also, if you submit your papers, which hoping you will, is a peer review process where this is about, the idea of the network is a knowledge community where people are working closely together in all these chaotic, complicated, synergistic kinds of ways. That exactly what you've just been talking about, Margaret. So now what I'm going to do now is there, Tamsin, anything else I needed to mention now?
Nothing that I can think of off the top of my head. I will now just share my screen and we can run through just how to engage in the conference, not only as an online only participant actually, but as an in-person participant as well. I'll show everyone how to update their profiles and engage with the event schedule. And if anyone has any questions, we can go from there. So I can just go ahead.
Because I know I've learned how to do this.
Yeah.
So I don't need you again. But as I say, fantastic that you're here. Welcome. Have a great conference. See you later. Bye, everybody.
All right, everyone. I'm just going to go ahead and share my screen. Maybe someone can give me a thumbs up or something if you're able to see that. Are you able to see? Thanks. So this is CGScholar. There are a number of, and you've all got proposals, so you've all been in there already. The point today is I just want to show you a number of different ways to engage in the conference. You've already found one, which is this session, and you've already found the link through the event schedule or via email, but I'll just show you a little bit more, and if you have any questions, let me know. So you can go ahead and click to get to the microsite, either here from the conference webpage, or if you go to cgscholar.com, you'll be asked to log in the top right, but you can just go ahead and go to your profile if you're not already logged in. This is your profile page. Each one of our delegates has their own profile page within CGScholar. I highly recommend that you update this with the latest affiliation and information, and photograph if you like. This will become, your name will become a hyperlink in the event schedule. And when people click on your name in the event schedule, they will it will be taken to this profile page where they can learn more about you. In order to update that, you can do that in a number of ways. You can just go ahead and click account settings here. You can do it here from the top right as well. And we just asked a few different pieces of information, you know, current affiliation. You can add your previous affiliations, your educational experience, disciplines that you're interested in, and add any links that you want to at the bottom there. On the left-hand side here of your profile page, you'll see I'm a member of all of our communities, but you'll be a member of the Constructed Environment community page. And you'll have a list here of your peers. So if you see, I'll just show you the Constructed Environment page here, sorry. Should have had that open in a separate tab there. So here's the Constructed Environment page. And this is where we update with recent information. You can see we've posted here about the book launch that we had just an hour ago. You can see the different people that have joined the community recently. You can go ahead, I'll pick Simon since he's one of our local hosts here at the conference. So you can go ahead and add him as a peer there, and then you'll be able to communicate with other people who are delegates at the conference and part of the research network through the community page. I'll go back. So that's where we have our latest information and updates that get posted here. To find the conference microsite page, you can do that a number of different ways. The first one would be going to your name in the top right corner here and going down to your events. Sorry, my hotel room internet's running a little slow today. Maybe we can just go straight here. So under your events, you'll see what the events you're listed in. You'll have a proposal number here. I am not presenting a paper at the conference, so I don't have a proposal there. You'll also see your registration number and information, and you'll be able to download a receipt there. Activated soon will be the attendance letter. So you'll be able to, after the conference, download a PDF of a letter saying that you presented and attended the conference. If you want to get any extras, sign up for the conference dinner, sign up for a case study or anything like that, or sign up for one of the online only sessions, you can do that by clicking there. I'll go ahead and click on the title here. So this is the About page. It's a little bit about the conference here, the special focus for this year, and the reoccurring themes that we have each year as well. If you go ahead and click on this link, it will take you to the e-program and conference user guide. And this is basically the things that I'm running through right now, but in a PDF form. So we're recording this session and we'll upload it as well. But if you want to go ahead and take a look at that later, if you need to, if I've gone too quickly or missed over something, you can have a look there. We also have a listing of all our emerging scholars, plenary speakers, as well as the history of the conference, a bit about the journal and the book series. I'm going to go ahead and click on presentations here. So submit a proposal, your registration, you would have already seen these two pages. It's where you submitted a proposal and completed your registration. Now, this following presentations page, that will be unique to your profile, unique to what you're seeing on the site. I'm going to go ahead and show you something here. In the event schedule, we can go ahead and let's just click on this first presentation here. We can go ahead and follow that presentation. Sorry, struggling with a bit of slow internet here today. I'll go back to my presentations page. So this is the paper that I'm interested in following in the conference. I want to have easy access to it without having to scroll through the event schedule. You can see that it's just listed here on my following tab. So if there's any specific presentations that you're interested in the conference, go ahead and follow them. You can come straight back to this tab under presentations and you'll be able to easily see those there. Feature presentations are our presentations by our emerging scholars. So we have a great emerging scholar program. You'll see them in the discussion boards, you'll see them chairing sessions in the in-person conference, and you'll see them presenting as well. We like to feature those presentations for our up and coming emerging scholars. So you can go ahead and see those here. Each one should have uploaded digital media, so you'll be able to see that. By theme is exactly what it sounds like. So we've divided up the presentations according to theme. So these are the ones listed under social impacts. If you're in particular interested in the special focus, let's say, you can go ahead and scroll down to the special focus. You can see the presentations there. There's yours, Margaret. And you could go ahead and follow the ones that are of interest to you there. And then the last one is alphabetical, which is exactly, oh no, by type, sorry, I mistyped. So if you're particularly interested in a poster session, you can go ahead and go down to the poster sessions. I'll just scroll down. It seems like we have a lot of themed paper presentations, but you can go ahead and they're listed under the poster session heading right there. And then the last one is alphabetical, which is exactly what it sounds like. So I'll jump over to the schedule here. So all of our presentations are the online only presentations, unless listed as live online only, which have this Zoom component to them, they're asynchronous presentations. So our themed parallel sessions, you'll see under this online only asynchronous tab. So we can see that they're themed here. So this is growing spaces, and we have 4 papers underneath that. Each one of the, if I'll go ahead and click on the title there, growing spaces. And then you'll see the abstract for each one of those 4 papers just here. You can see here that digital media has been uploaded for these 3 presentations here. If I'm interested in a presentation and there's no view digital media little button right there, you can go ahead and click on the title of that presentation, and I can request that digital media there at the bottom of that page. This presenter, this delegate, will then receive an email saying that someone has requested your digital media. And then following that, once the digital media has been uploaded and approved, you as the requester will receive an email saying that that person has now uploaded it. So we want to encourage everyone to go ahead and press that button if there's something that you would like to see. I'll go ahead and click on this presentation just here. So you can go ahead and view both the MP4 and the PDF of this presentation here. I'll go ahead and click it. It should open in a different tab. And this is a video presentation that the delegate has uploaded as their digital media. There's also a PDF here, which will open in this tab, which is the slides of the presentation. I might have a question about this presentation. I might not. I might have a statement. I might want to ask something. I might want to add something. So you can go ahead and follow here, but then you can also go ahead and join the discussion board, which is just this tab here. The discussion boards are for the panel, not for the individual presentations. So each one of these, oh, sorry, I've scrolled the wrong way. Each one of these 4 presenters will receive an email when you comment in the discussion board. The idea is that it's themed. It's themed for a reason. What are the connections between these presenters? What are things that are in contestation? You know, how might these 2 presentations connect in a completely different way than what we might have themed it as, and things like that. So we encourage you to take a look at all the digital media here. Comment in the discussion boards. When you comment, the delegates will receive an email, and when they comment back to you, you will also receive an email that there's been an update in there. The discussion boards are now open. They've just opened today, so you can go ahead and start viewing all the digital media for the conference that's been uploaded, and requesting the digital media that has not been uploaded so far. So these are all asynchronous sessions here. I'll scroll down. So there's plenty to watch and see over the next few days. We're currently here in this session, online only and welcome training session. We will upload a video of this as digital media below for those who can't attend today. This online only featured workshop, you can see it says live online only. So that is another session that will be hosted on Zoom. You can see the link just here, and that will also be recorded and uploaded here following the session. Some of you I might see tomorrow at the conference registration desk opening a welcome coffee. The instructions for the venue and how to get there are all in that link. So any one of these titles, you can click and find out more information about that session there. These sessions, the conference welcoming opening session, as well as the plenary session with Lisa, they will be recorded and the videos will be uploaded as soon as possible after the session. If you have a question for Lisa, something to ask about the presentation after you've watched the video, you can go ahead and click discuss, and that will take you to the discussion board for that plenary session. I'll scroll down a bit. So in addition to the online only presenters, we also have the presentations that will be happening in person. We've asked the in-person delegates also to upload digital media, and we can see from this session that it seems like they've all done it. So that's fantastic. So you can go ahead and ask questions in the discussion boards of those as well. Each one of the presenter pages has an engagements number. So these are the number of people who have viewed the page, and you can view the comments there. This person we can request the digital media for. I am trying to think if I've maybe gone too quickly or jumped over some things. But what we might do now is I might stop sharing my screen and see if you have any questions, and then that might prompt me to see if I've forgotten anything to tell you about how to engage with the conference over the next few days. Does anyone have any questions? No. Okay. Well, so what I'm going to do is in the chat, it seems like we've lost Margaret, but in the chat, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put my name and my email address. And so if you have any issues, please let me know. As I said, the emerging scholars will be in the discussion boards and watching all the digital media, as will the other delegates. Those videos will be uploaded shortly after the session for the plenary sessions. And we do have a workshop session that's after this in about 30 minutes. So please go ahead and go to the event schedule and follow that link. I know he would really appreciate, I forgot the delegate's name, Andrew would really appreciate everyone to be there. So with that, I might just leave you. And
Yes, I'm really sorry because this is 1:32 a.m. in Bangladesh now.
Yeah,
and
no
I have my
worries.
office tomorrow, so I'm sorry I can't join this next session.
No worries. Please go to bed or something.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Fatima. And have a nice rest. And the rest of you, I will see online over the next few days. But like I said, feel free to send me any messages. If you have any questions or have any trouble with anything, let me know. Pleasure to meet you all. It's so nice to see faces.
Thank you. Bye. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.